So that is the leftover liver and onions. We just got some liver with our order of 1/8 of a beef share. This is new to us. So it's a lot of liver. And what are we going to do with it? Well, I'm going to cook some, and some I'm going to dehydrate and turn to powder. Because I don't like liver. I never have, and tried it recently, and I don't think I'm about to like it. But I think if it's in a capsule, I can get it down. So I am tediously, I've marinated this in milk because I heard that that takes away some of the bite of that iron. And I did taste what I cooked, and it did have less of that. So I like that whole milk marinating thing. So it's been a few, more than 2 hours, 4 hours probably now. I drained it and rinsed it, and now I am thinning it down because it's a little bit still a 1/2 inch thick. So it'll take a little bit longer to dehydrate if I left it the thickness it currently is. So I'm slicing it in half. I only have an air fryer dehydrator. If I had one of those fancy real dehydrators, then I hear you could mash this up, puree this, and then pour it. Then that would definitely make it a lot faster to dehydrate, but I don't have that, so this is what I'm working with today. All right, we've got our liver all fitted. Dehydrate. I have a cheat sheet somewhere. Where did I put it? All right. Ooh. Beef, 160. 160. And I'll do it for 8 hours. And start. All right, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. All right. I did increase the time to about 18 hours after seeing that most people say it's going to take at least 24 hours. So at 18 hours, we still have pliability, so it's not quite there yet. I've already rotated this, halfway through to the top. It's at the bottom now. But yeah, still pliable. Not yet ready. Not yet fully dry. So we're going to put it back in. Could probably use another 6 hours. So we'll start with 4 hours, which is the automatic setting on this. It takes many days to dehydrate in the air fryer that I have, but it happens eventually. Now, some were thicker than they probably should have been, but eventually they dry up and crack. I broke them into smaller pieces to help out the grinder, I hope. And there's bound to be pieces that you leave behind. So I'll just sift and do another round of those pieces. Now, I bought this ages ago, Amazon, back when I first had my kids. I'd saved my placenta and was going to dry that up and put it in a capsule, but that never happened. So I still have the capsules, which is what I will be doing with the iron. I'll put them in there. Oops. I think you fill them up halfway, and that's enough. Now this was about half a slab of liver. We cooked the other half. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get them into this container. That's too big. Okay, I found, I don't even know where this is from. It's like a little teeny tiny spoon. But I find that I can do the labor intensive task of spooning in the powder. There you go. Oops. And there we have it, liver pill. I'm going to do a little bit of research, maybe fill it up more or find a better way to get the product into the capsule, and I'll be back. I was only able to find one other technique of getting powder into the capsule without purchasing a capsule filler doodad. So it's something that you would fill many capsules at the same time, which I do not have today, so we're going to have to go the manual route. Now I am sifting this because there were still fine pieces that did not get powdered, so I want to process those out of the way. Oops. Great. Ah. So, have patience. Have time and patience if you're intending to do this, because it's going to be laborious. And I might not have gotten all of the sinewy pieces off. So those are parts of the bigger pieces that did not like to be processed. Here's just a look at what those bigger pieces are. So the other method of filling the capsules, which I should have figured out, is just a scoop. And it looks like you fill it to the capsule fill line. So you just scoop it in there. It's a little more messy to get powder on your hands, and that might be wasted, but that's another method versus the little itty bitty scoop. But yeah, there's one capsule. Now I'm gonna go and spend the rest of my day doing this. That part, sifting, didn't take as long as I thought. Now I'm gonna run some of the pieces back over. Before you take any medication, natural or otherwise, make sure you know what you're getting into. Do your research. Iron, has iron can have side effects, especially if it's new to you. You might not even need it. You might want to start off smaller dosage and work your way up. Definitely don't take it with calcium, and certain medications might counteract any effect. So make sure you do your research. And any pieces that are still large, doesn't go through the sieve, I'm just going to compost. It's mostly that sinewy stuff, like the skin on the liver. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to weigh how much I got here. Grams, is that a good measurement for this stuff? So I'd say 100 grams, give or take, with the paper and me messing with it. 101 grams. Now the next laborious part. How many do you think I'm going to need? All right, I do have an empty container that I'm going to use to put my pills into. I was up to 85 capsules when I realized the little container I had before wasn't going to cut it. So I emptied the empties into a baggie and I'm using this. Luckily, it's 300 capsules because I think I'm halfway through and I've done 100. So 100 more to go. Okay. Six, 7, 228 iron pills. There were little spills here and there, but only enough to fill that last capsule. So that didn't take too long, under an hour, I think. So I'm only doing artichoke this week. I have yet to get these to produce because the season's not long enough. So I'm hoping by starting it indoors this much sooner that it'll be that much further along and give us something. And I'm also only planting 4 seeds and hopefully they all take. And I'll transplant them out of this container once they come up. I still have a lot of asparagus seeds. I'm not sure how long these take to be. I have a lot of asparagus outside, so we'll see what plants do well this year, and we'll maybe do more of those next year. But for now, we have plenty of asparagus. I'm gonna put this up with the onions. Here is an update on the onion seedlings from last week or so. I did put some lights on them for the beginning stages. It was 12 hours, but now I can tone it down. The yellows are doing much better. The red's a little slow to come up. I gotta get some wind on these as well to strengthen them, or just rubbing them back and forth every other day would also help them. Stay warm out there.